Right then, I've had to park there because there's absolutely nowhere to park, and they've got big farm machinery here. So I'm doing a video now to show that I've had to park here. There's nowhere to park. I won't be here long, but there's nowhere to park. Absolutely nowhere. So I'm videoing this. Why haven't they got anywhere for the church? How did they get here? God, it looks like an old barn, doesn't it? That's all they were in the past, barns, weren't they really? Churches. So I've parked there. Fingers crossed, the handbrake's on. Not like Tamsin's car. It slid back. I'm just videoing briefly. Looks like there's quite a few graves here. Just hope my car's alright there. There's nowhere to park. Nowhere to park at all. And it's a busy road by the look of it. It is a busy road. Yeah, don't expect it's open, do you? No, it doesn't look like it. Cobwebs on the keyhole's a good indication. Lots of graves though. Now, this is definitely a church where the Fletchers and there's no door around this way. I really don't like leaving the car there. I just pray the handbrakes works, to be quite honest, because right then, I'm going to turn off and do some scanning. This is the graveyard anyway. Like I said, there's nowhere, I don't know where people who come to church are supposed to park. I've had to squeeze it in there. Hope the handbrake holds. The things I do for family tree. Oh, yeah. Right then, I'm going to turn off, take some photos, folks. Yeah, it's working. Right, it's a few little bushes here. Some lovely scenes of Lincolnshire from here. I recognise the windmills right over there. They had a load of those at Chapel St Lawrence, St Leonard's. They had lots of those. Yeah. I've got no idea where I am. I haven't got a map to orientate myself, so I've got a clue where that goes. Or if where Tamsin is over that way, I've got no idea. I get very disorientated when I'm driving actually sometimes. And I don't rely on sat-nav, I do use maps. Because I will always work it out in the end, I always work it out. I'm not relying on a sat-nav. But sometimes I think it might be a good idea. But I learn better if I make mistakes and I have to turn around and come back. I learn. I don't rely on the machine. Right, anyway, not sorry about that. Here we've got Toynton All Saints, which is strongly linked with the Fletchers and their sides of the family and associated marriages. But I've already got stung on my legs, so I can't get in there. This is the sort of place the old graves will be. There'll also be snakes about, so you've got to be careful. I have been bitten by an adder in the past in Cornwall while in a graveyard, and I only had flip-flops on, so it was my own fault. Yeah, I'm thinking of leaving Horncastle. I'm just going to do the next Toynton one up the road, and that'll be it for the day. Then I'm going to drive in back, and I might stop at Chapel St Leonard's or somewhere else and buy some chips. Let's just go over here, because I'll take reference. I am taking snapshots of graves because they might have been neighbours. Right, over now. Right, I've come up a little lane called Church Lane. I've just left Toynton Church, All Saints, and I'm now here at Toynton St Peter. So as you can see, it's a bit of a bumpy road, so I won't be reversing this bit, but I'm going to work that out in a minute. I'll probably reverse back. I'll sort that out in a minute. The other one was precarious as well, because I had to park really tight off the road. It was like quite difficult. It's part of the fun though of doing family tree research, and I'm exploring Lincoln quite a lot actually at the moment. Oh, Marshalls, that seems quite a common name around here. Ethel Marion Marshall, beloved wife of James Henry Ward, it says there, of Toynton St Peter's. He departed suddenly, aged, it looks like 30. Or is that, no, April the 30th, age 43. So she died suddenly, and then her maiden name could have been Ward then. No, he was James Henry Ward. Maybe this was related to them as well. So I can't remember if we got the connections here, but because it's only just up the road, the possibility is quite a lot really. Richard, it could be Foreman. So there's the church. I'm using Canon for this one, but if it runs out, I'm going back to the mobile. I haven't used Kodak today. If I use 3 cameras, it gets very confusing. And I've worked out how to find how much is left in the memory. Cool, look, I don't fancy that, do you? Imagine the snakes that are going to be in there, you know. Let's hope the church is open, which I don't think it will be. Now, when I went up to Yorkshire last year, I just risked walking through the grass. But after seeing a video Tamsin put on the other day of snakes, adders, I thought, oh no, I don't think it's really a good idea. And then no one's made any pathways either. No one's done a bit of mowing. We can reach it, we can see one here. William Holmes. Oh, what's that? Emma Ann, departed wife of William Holmes. Yeah. Another square, solid tower. Is that indicative of Norman? Square, solid towers? I used to know a bit more about the architecture of churches, but I can't remember anything. That's why I have to write everything down. This isn't going to be open, is it? Do you reckon this is another redundant one? Yeah, because the thing is, there's so many churches. Every square mile of England, more or less, has got a church. And they made them big. And they made them expensive to maintain and repair. Hence, that one looks gorgeous though, doesn't it? Absolutely solid. I don't know if it's not. I don't think it's Norman though. I don't know. If you can't get in, you can't get a leaflet. I have to go online for it. I have to go online. Anyway, I don't have to do them all thoroughly. I don't even think this one was mentioned. But because it's so close to the other one, I thought I'd just as well do it. Oh look, a nice little walk. So many walks you can do in the Lincolnshire countryside. Yeah, look at that big mound there. I wonder what that's about. Well, the church isn't definitely an open, Sheila. You've got to be careful with your car now. You don't want to rupture anything.